I was worried, to be honest. I didn't think it was sensible to give someone an infected liver. But as she pointed out, I already had the illness. They weren't going to give me hepatitis because I already had it. And it was that, or how long would I be on the waiting list? That liver came up there. It was a match. It filled all the requirements and that. Did I want to wait for a year and get sicker and sicker? I'd already been very, very sick, life-threateningly so. Possibility of not recovering from the next decompensation. You're really stuck. You really have to do that. You have to go with whatever they offer you. You have to take. It's a good liver. It's a great liver. It really is. It works as a treat. I had no bother with the liver at all. And it was healthy enough, so it came out of someone who's obviously not been infected for long or was a young person. But it ticks away nicely. It really does. And yeah, I'm pleased I did it now. Yeah. We've got to get rid of the hepatitis next. That's the next issue. Before the transplant, I was suicidal. I just couldn't stand living how I was living. It was so unpleasant living like that. It was such a nasty experience. Life was nothing. Life was, It really wasn't worth carrying on. And even before the transplant, I said to the surgeon, I said, look, if this doesn't work, just switch me off. He said, you'll be surprised. And the first few days after are horrible. They are, I asked them to stop to let me die. That's after the transplant. Because you've still got all the toxins in your body, you're still poisoned, you're full of all these really heavy drugs they give you. And you think you're going back to living as you were before, and you've been through all this pain and all this suffering, and it's going to be no different when you get home. And do you know what I mean? And I just thought, well, what's the point in this? I don't want this. But, they said, hold on in there. I did. They were right. So the next thing to do is to get clear of the hepatitis and get my back sorted out. Then I'll be happy. Treatment, I don't know what's happening with treatment. I've been told that I'm not sick enough for treatment now. I know, it's ridiculous, isn't it? It's a very unpleasant illness. It's much more common than people realise, and getting tested is nothing. It takes no time. It costs you nothing. If you think you're at risk, if you had a blood transfusion between 1945 and 1991, you should be tested. If you're a drug user, an intravenous drug user, get tested. It takes a minute, and the sooner they find it, the sooner they can treat you, and you won't have to go through the sort of experience that me and a lot of other people have gone through.